We're in the city of Melbourne, and this is one of the major biomedical and health research centres in the world. A city that's very multicultural, embraces the rest of the world, cares about the rest of the world. And this is the venue for the UN Conference, Advance Global Health, Achieve the Millennium Development Goals.
People have been so passionate about whatever NGO work they are doing and about the declaration that's going to come out of this conference. What will happen to it? How can they have a voice in the larger organization?
AHA's aim is to support and enhance sexual and reproductive rights in Asia and internationally.
We're a Sydney-based organisation that facilitates programs and projects in New South Wales for Aboriginal women from prenatal until their children are aged 5.
And basically what we do is assist with the delivery of water and sanitation to poor communities in developing countries.
We're an organisation that we've created from school, so we're working to increase awareness of the Millennium Development Goals among Australia's youth.
The conference has a number of aims. It provides an opportunity for non-government organisations to network with each other and to establish best practice, to think about what their major goals and directions should be. And given that non-government organisations sit at the coalface of global health and poverty issues, this is incredibly important.
So the benefits for us being here at this conference, particularly about global health, is to integrate mental health into the global health agenda.
Making the MDGs disability inclusive. At the moment, disability does not feature unless and until issues concerning disability, because disabilities are included, the MDG goals won't be achieved.
And Soroptimist International is a worldwide organization for business and professional women. And our mission is to make the world a better place for women and girls.
Well, we've come to talk about the importance of blindness and vision loss as a form of disability on the impact on development and on poverty, and how poverty also leads and causes blindness.
Everyone in this conference, especially the exhibitors, can show you the things that they do that is already benefiting the community.
Putting the issue of the right to health, which is a fundamental human right, onto the global agenda has been through the UN. It was a UN declaration in 1948 and subsequent declarations that have helped to keep it on the agenda. And now I think the Millennium Development Goals have certainly spurred countries to keep thinking about these issues. But I think we need to go further and more and faster.
And for the first time ever, the number of people blind in the world has actually decreased. So we're really starting to make good progress, although there's still a lot of work to do.
In the main thing, just getting the message out there and trying to get correct prioritisation so that we can deal with this issue on a grand scale.
The message we want to impart as our master, the Master Cheng Yen says, just do it. Right? Because otherwise, you know, we can go into a lot of talk fest, but at the end of the day, it's really where the rubber meets the road that is most important.
We need to achieve universal access to reproductive health. This is not negotiable.
Sanitation and hand washing for all.
Ganawara's aim is to better improve opportunities in health and well-being for Aboriginal mothers, their children and communities.
Be well on the way to mobilising $8 billion for Vision 2020, the right to sight.
Yes, I would hope for greater global solidarity with a much larger involvement of young voices.
Empowering women and girls.
We wish to attract more volunteers with heart.
This declaration highlights the central role that individuals, families, and communities must play in fostering global health. It compels all governments and health actors to respect the rights of communities while also maximizing the effectiveness, efficiency, and sustainability of their work by leveraging community knowledge and support. All of those who are in favor of this document, please raise your hands.
This conference, as we know, is taking place at a time of unprecedented suffering in Pakistan. 20 million displaced, 6 million homeless, 3.5 million children at risk of contracting deadly waterborne diseases, diarrhea. I think, given the conversations we've had at this conference, given what we all think, as I've heard these conversations, that this has been a compassion blind spot for the world in the slowness of the response, the incredible importance for NGOs to actually raise their voice, stand in solidarity with those who are suffering and do more. I would invite you to consider that this conference reaffirm our support for the survivors of the Pakistani floods, urge the international community to provide more aid, both in short-term relief and long-term reconstruction. And because Pakistan is at present spending $3 on servicing its debt for every dollar it spends on health, the theme of this conference, to propose that we, representing the global community of NGOs, call on the governments of the world to implement a 2-year debt repayment moratorium with no accrued interest to allow Pakistan to have the resources to assist those displaced by the floods. I'd invite you maybe to put this to the conference, maybe to have a moment's silence, but I think we need to show our solidarity with them.
Thank you very much. And we have really encouraged people to participate in the writing of this declaration, and we have given our pledge that we will take it forward for them to be sure that their voice will be heard.